November 2020. A giant metal object appeared in the middle of nowhere. Nobody claimed it. Nobody knew it was there. But the internet immediately lost its collective mind. And for one glorious week, humanity forgot all about the other disasters of 2020 and focused instead on one important question. Did aliens finally arrive and decide their first act should be modern art? Welcome back to the Arkins Hearth, a Not Dead Yet production. My name is Michael Jason Chandler, and I am here tonight as your host to introduce my beautiful co-hosts, starting to my left.
The not-so-beautiful Thorin Wolf, owner and proprietor of Arkins Juice Tavern and Arkins Hearth Gaming. And directly in front of me, throwing things at me,
the ginger. Thorin needs to be nice to himself. I need more things to throw. Paz, you got anything?
Throw my phone.
You got it. Oh, and to my left,
Pads. I'm here.
Again, my beautiful daughter, here to join us at the Arkins Hearth. Unfortunately, Pixie cannot be with us tonight because Pixie had to go off to a place interesting, complex, literally kind of the place we're talking about.
don't make it sound like they died. Goodness.
Well, they didn't, They went to be with family, and that's always great. Anyways, tonight we are going to be discussing the Utah Monolith. And some of us remember this, some of us don't.
I've never heard of the Utah Monolith.
Well, it was kind of a big thing in 2020, but I think that if you got onto that, if you got into it, it was a big thing. If you didn't, you might have completely missed it.
I was chronically online in 2020 because we were in lockdown. That's how I know about it. Partially because I lived in Utah before I moved here. And so my friends from Utah were like, look at this, look at this, look at this.
So in 2020, I was a little too dealing with personal bad things going on.
Personal bad things.
Personal bad things. That's a story for another time. If we ever do background stories on us.
Background checks.
Background checks.
I am definitely doing background. All right. Well, let's talk about it. So our story begins November 18th, 2020. We are all deeply hidden within our homes, terrified of the literally thousands of people who have died for COVID-related things. And then some folks, not UFO hunters or UFO hunters.
No!
And not conspiracy theorists.
I'm not Pixie, but I still don't like it. Pixie just reacts first.
Yeah, well, it's still fun. So, not UFO hunters and not conspiracy, and not YouTubers trying to carry infrared cameras and drink enough energy drinks to medically qualify as a hummingbird.
I've done that at work.
I do that on the daily.
Yeah. This story begins with wildlife biologists. Officials from the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources conducting an aerial survey of the wild bighorn sheep area, which is a remote area in the San Juan County of Utah, not the San Juan County that we live in.
There's two San Juan counties?
Yes, there is.
There's a San Juan if you go to South America.
Really? Okay, cool.
Haven't you ever listened to West Side Story?
I think there's also a San Juan in Spain.
Nope.
I'd have to look.
You've never seen Aliens? You've never seen, half of the movies we even talk about.
I would like everyone to shame Thorin for not watching.
My only response to the Jets are gonna have the way tonight. The Jets are gonna have the day tonight. Or, even better, and this is the one we should sing together. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. Moving on. Happy Pride.
Yay!
That's
This was just a cover, by the way.
This might get cut out. I don't
Yeah.
know. So what we're talking about, folks, is red sandstone, deep canyons, miles of absolutely nothing. And then one of the observers noticed something strange. A bright metallic reflection in the middle of a sandstone slot canyon. Something that absolutely did not belong. And then the helicopter circled back And there it was. A tall, metallic pillar standing upright in the desert. Smooth, shiny, and rectangular. Looking less like a piece of outdoor sculpture and more like a save point from an alien video game. You remember back in the old days when you would go around and you'd have to touch some weird obelisk and it would save the character?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I do have a question.
What's that?
Did they ever figure out what kind of metal it was made out of?
We'll get there.
Okay,
we'll get there.
shut up.
Absolutely. So people kind of started getting alien theories automatically. And this thing did look a lot like something 2000 Space Odyssey. If you know that movie, it was just a giant monolith. This object appearing without explanation in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, Ginger, have you ever watched that movie?
Totally.
You're lying.
Absolutely.
So hard.
I played the music in band. We had a medley, that's what it's called, of the songs from it.
So did you guys, as a band, watch it
No.
together? Did you watch it?
It's actually
No, but that's how I saw Nightmare Before Christmas for the first time.
that's actually a good flick from the day, back in the day.
I'm just going to call you out on every movie now.
Shut up.
This is where things got a little bit wonderfully ridiculous. Officials intentionally refused to reveal the exact location, and honestly, that was probably a really smart thing.
Can you blame them? In 2020, we were planning to raid Area 51.
Well, I know. People were talking about literally running at
Like,
Area 51.
if they had revealed the exact location, people would have just showed up.
Right. And the reason that they did this is because, as we talked about in other episodes, Utah is big on protecting the desert and the biome there. And so this canyon is fragile. It's really remote. It's difficult to reach. Public lands have a lot of problems already. Making sure to preserve and keep these areas clean and keeping these areas natural without thousands of people tramping through them and looking for alien artifacts.
Scaring the wildlife away so they're out of their own habitat.
Destroying the plants, like...
Tagging the rocks.
Yeah. So, I mean, officially, they basically said without saying, don't go searching for this thing. Like, don't do it. Unfortunately, the internet heard, challenge accepted.
You don't tell the internet to not do something. They'll do it within 24 hours.
Within hours, online investigators began examining photographs, comparing mountain ridges, rock formations, shadow angles, satellite imagery, GPS coordinates, and probably some uncle's vacation photos from 2017. But incredibly, they found it in less than 48 hours.
Okay.
Took them less than 2 days.
I follow several people on TikTok that can find you wherever you are in the world based off.
There's that one guy. I love that guy.
Right.
And there's the guy that can tell you how tall things are based off of the things around.
Oh, I love that guy. I
So,
love
like,
that guy.
The
I'm in
internet's
love
crazy.
with that.
Right.
But I'm in love with that man.
No, and I mean, the good news about that, the good thing about that is that it's so amazing how quickly they found this thing. I mean, this is a remote desert canyon. None of these people had ever been there. They'd never heard of it. Within 48 hours, they knew exactly where this monolith was. Imagine spending years earning a geology degree only to be defeated by a guy named Desert Wolf 420.
That who found it for real?
Operating entirely on caffeine and stubbornness.
Sweet, apparently.
Well, I don't know if that actually was the right one. It was a name that I saw
Okay.
as connected to, so I used it because I thought it was funny.
It is funny.
Just imagining a guy with a van, a camera, and 80s music discs.
And a
ball.
bubbler under the seat.
And a bubbler under the seat.
Yeah, there's a reason why serial killers have gotten caught by internet sleuths.
Oh, yeah.
When you have millions of people willing to spend ridiculous hours looking at the smallest details, it's amazing what they can come up with. It's a tool. I wish they could learn how to use it or to direct it. Soon visitors were hiking into the canyon, posing for selfies, filming TikToks, proposing marriage, meditating, and debating extraterrestrial architecture.
Can you imagine getting engaged at the monolith?
Actually, by the end of this,
What? I'm proposing there.
you know what? By the end of this, I'm actually going to argue that's kind of cool.
I think it's cool. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
Listen,
Can you imagine going to your kids and
Can you
being
imagine
like,
saying
he
no?
proposed to me at the Utah
At the
Monolith?
Utah
Like,
Monolith.
Can you imagine saying no to that? I wouldn't.
Yeah. Will you marry me? Oh, God, no. Oh, dear Lord. Why did you ask that?
you're talking to a generation of people who ask several different people to marry other people with Taco Bell hot sauce packets.
Yeah.
So the monolith is pretty damn romantic.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You can now.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there are a few
They-
fast places who do weddings now.
Huh.
So there used to be hot sauce packets that said, "Will you marry me?" And do you eat Taco Bell?
I know
Far too much.
Mary.
Okay, so
Yeah.
have you ever read the packages of hot sauce?
Yes.
Okay, you know how they have the cool sayings?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to take the "Will you marry me" out.
Because people were using it to get engaged.
And people were saying yes?
Yes.
I love
In a
Taco Bell.
hot way. In hot minutes.
I watched people at the college literally get on their knees and like pull out a box, open the ring box, and it's a packet of hot sauce that said, "Will you marry me?"
I love Taco Bell,
On
but not that
a
much.
budget, everybody.
Right.
This is the best way to do it.
I'm sorry. In this day and age, I prefer a monolith. I don't know what to tell you. But the cool thing about this story is that it shows that when humanity discovers a mystery, I think we're always so hungry for something no one's ever done, something new, something odd, something out there. And so, I mean, our first instinct is to find it no matter what, stand next to it, and then I guess upload pictures to Instagram.
To prove we did it.
Yeah. So
It's just now.
so during this time, the theories came quickly. Some people did believe this was extraterrestrial. Others suspected government experiments. This is Utah, after all. We've talked about that in the other episodes. Government experiments are huge in this area. And a number of people insisted evidence of interdimensional travelers. It's like we're back at talking about Skinwalker Ranch.
Do you know how hard it is for me to not sing the X-Files theme every time you mention aliens?
UFO.
Shut up!
So, as a skeptic, I have to ask, was there a more realistic explanation? Which is that this was art. The structure appeared to be made from riveted metal sheets assembled around a framework. It looked remarkably similar to works produced by a minimalist sculptor named John McCracken. And so we're going to take a second so you can look that up if you want to.
Okay,
Because John McCracken, unless you happen to know
I think
the
Conrad has
sculpture
a
of
thought.
John McCracken.
Well, while Ginger looks that up, when I looked at the pictures of the monolith, it looked very mirrored.
Right.
There was four sides.
It's very shiny.
There's
Remember it
no
being that
rivets. I don't remember rivets.
So I'm thinking that, and later on they will take it apart. I am thinking the reason they know it's made of riveted metal is because probably when they took it apart. You're right, the outside did look very mirrored.
You didn't want me to look up this guy's art.
I don't know, I didn't look it up. But I don't
How
know
bad
the
is it?
sculptures and
Listen,
Is it good?
I am for modern art. I
Okay.
think some of it is good. I think this is a man.
that you're going to be respectful since he died
I just
and might have a family.
listen.
Like and subscribe.
Not your cup of tea.
It's-
It's not your cup of tea.
I don't.
Let me see.
Not your shot of whiskey.
Is what is that?
I can't
Those
see.
are
A colored pillar.
those are monoliths. Those are small pillars, and this
Those
is a
are
big
blocks.
shiny pillar in
It
the
looks
desert.
like a support beam that I would paint in my house.
Okay.
Like anyway,
It looks like something you'd find in the back rooms.
kind of yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the back room.
Well, anyways, so McCracken died. The sculptor, John McCracken, died in 2011. So God bless his family and all that. Be nice.
Wait, if he died in 2011, nobody thought it was him, right? Nobody thought it was.
Well, I
him.
mean, nobody knows when the monolith got there.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't
It could've
believe
sat
that
there for a
anyone
while.
thought that it was
It's
him.
that guy.
I think they just compared it to his work because
What if it was Banksy?
he built spires. I think other people recognize that there was some maybe visual connected.
They just saw
connections, you know.
similarities. Is what it is.
So McCracken had passed away in 2011. This was years before the monolith was discovered. However, friends and associates acknowledged that the piece resembled his style. His gallery representatives suggested that he might have conceived something similar, but there is no evidence to this point that he ever built it. But again, it's not impossible, is it?
I'm also going to put it out there since I looked up the pictures of it. While it is similar to things he built, all the examples I saw on the image search are painted very colorful. There's not really a lot of, there's like nothing that I
I
see
would
that
make the
looks,
argument that if it was him, he could have been trying something new.
I mean, yeah,
He could have not finished it.
he could have died before. He
Exactly.
put it in the desert without painting it?
Well, he put it in the desert, or he didn't.
I'm going on a rabbit trail. That's not important.
So, but that is an interesting part of the mystery, because unlike the clarity and honest transparency of most internet mysteries, because most internet mysteries are obvious and have clear endings,
Yeah.
there was no answer here. There was no proof that this guy did it. There was no evidence that anyone had put this out here. It just appeared. There was no marketing campaign that came out. Nobody came out and said, we did this, drink our energy drinks. There were no big surprise advertisements, just silence. A giant metal rectangle in the middle of the desert, standing in a canyon, refusing to explain itself. And that made it irresistible. That made it a mystery. And remember, we were all locked in our houses trying not to die.
We were bored. We needed
watching
entertainment.
Tiger King for the third time.
I just watched Avatar: The Last Airbender like 12 times.
So this is where I love this story. And this is why I did this story, this next part. So what happens next, and I'm talking within days, becomes genuinely bizarre. I would say that there's no way this is an alien story, except once this story went global and outlets from all over the world covered it, late night hosts joking about it, millions of people looking at the image, something strange happened. Within days, copycat monoliths began appearing. California, Romania, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, Belgium, Germany, Poland, Turkey, dozens at first, hundreds by the end. Some disappeared and some didn't. For a brief period in 2020, humanity collectively decided that placing mysterious metal pillars at random was somehow an acceptable hobby. Or it was aliens.
So, within days.
Days.
Do you know how? Okay, so if somebody was erecting a monolith of the same size and stature of this thing,
Right.
keep putting it in the ground, do you know how many people it would probably take? It would have to take like teams of at least 5
And like I said,
of
dozens.
metallurgists, welders.
Dozens in days
I don't remember that
all
part
over
of
the
story.
world. This is the cool part.
I remember.
The disappearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, as suddenly as the monolith appeared, it was gone. On the night of November 27th, 2020, so this has only been, a few days, 5-6 days, or less than 10 days after discovery, it was gone. There was no official announcement, no explanation, no farewell speech from the aliens, just empty desert. Witnesses later reported seeing 4 men dismantle the structure. According to those accounts, the monolith was removed in sections and carried away. One witness claimed the men said, "Leave no trace." But remember, this is Utah, and people were freaked out about the desert. They didn't care about protecting the artifact or securing some evidence. They were trying to stop from destroying the canyon. Because by then, hundreds of visitors had come here and had badly damaged the area. Vehicles left tracks, foot traffic, scarred, fragile terrain, and there was trash everywhere. Because anywhere humans go, we destroy it.
Humans are invasive species.
Humans are an invasive species. I agree with you. Yes, they are. When investigators returned later, only a metal base plate and a pile of rocks remained. The mystery object was gone, but the mystery itself remains. The other monoliths were verified as copycats, some of them. Some were local art projects, some were deliberately built by artists or groups to mimic the Utah design, often with minor variations. For example, Romania's monolith had odd markings and it was less polished. Because remember, it's like mirror polished in the desert. Turkey's was linked to a local space program announcement.
Oh, that's fun.
So people are now using them for advertisement,
Right.
for getting their programs out there.
Listen,
Right.
if you're good at marketing, you're good at marketing.
And this had gotten the world's interest. But others of the large number of monoliths were never confirmed as being related to Utah or not being related in some way. These were often found in remote rural areas, sometimes on private land. Many of their origins remain unknown. Some were later removed by landowners or authorities, while others just disappeared without explanation. Online trackers like the Monolith Tracker have documented hundreds of such structures, classified them by their significance, but without explanation.
Are they still tracking monoliths?
They're still tracking. They're not all gone.
Googling it.
They're not all gone. It's called the Monolith Tracker. So what was the Utah monolith? The honest answer is kind of boring, probably. It was probably an unauthorized art installation, probably placed sometime between 2015 and 2016, and left unnoticed for years. It was accidentally discovered during a wildlife survey, where everything about its construction suggested human craftsmanship and nothing really said extraterrestrial. I mean, they were human materials, it was human design, like you said. Welders and polishers could have put this thing together.
I would like to argue the timeline that they say that it was put in. Something left in the desert for that long is going to eventually rust, corrode.
Never rust. There's not a lot of water in the desert.
Yes, but it's still a metal.
Right.
And there are rainy seasons in any desert.
True.
That's why we have wildlife in the desert, is because of rainy seasons.
And we are talking about years, so it would have to hit a few.
There would at least be 1 year where rain came down at least a little bit. It would rust.
Agreed.
That's true, and probably multiple years.
Yeah.
Well, it's an interesting thing because I saw there was a report that talked about these likely being placed sometimes between 2015 and 2016, but I'd like to point out why. We don't know when this was put there.
No.
We just know when it was found. It could have literally been in the desert for a couple of days before that wildlife survey ship found it.
I'm sure somebody built it for people to find, so this people could get a laugh, or people could get like, "Oh, what's going on?" It's
Build a
the
mystery.
It's the next crop circle.
It's an ARG.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
What's an ARG?
It's kind of... It's hard to explain.
Somebody look up ARG.
If somebody look at... I mean, technically, it would directly be... The direct translation is alternate reality game, but it's used more as... It's a type of storytelling.
Kind of what they did with
It's
Halo 2 when it released.
It's a type of
Okay.
indie storytelling.
Well, and I mean, and I agree with you. If somebody was trying to tell a story, they put this in the desert. They wanted attention. They wanted people to be interested. I will say everything about its construction did suggest human craftsmanship. Nothing said extraterrestrial. There were no strange metals, no strange energy readings. no impossible
No
engineering.
no radiation.
Right. It was just sheet metal, rivets, polish, a very good location because it was out in the middle of nowhere. And that makes the story fascinating because for 1 week, the entire world participated in a mystery.
Ginger has a proposal. Look
Ginger, you have something for me?
on her face.
Going through the timeline of when these monoliths appeared on Monolith Tracker, I probably shouldn't have looked this up right now. But
It
at
has to do with
least
it.
one of them appeared in a national park, which is wild to me because that's a national park. Like, they have gates, they have people watching.
They have
the
rangers.
Park.
Was
they
that a
have-
U.S. national park?
Joshua Tree National Park.
Oh, that's in California.
I've been there. No, it's in Arizona.
Arizona,
Joshua
yeah.
Trees, yeah.
Yep.
One thing I'm going to say, and I love this story for 2 reasons. The first reason I love this story is I love a mystery, and I love when people try to make the world magical. When we try to do something, if it really is an artist did something to capture our imaginations and make us all wonder and whatnot. And also,
That's great.
if hundreds of other artists went, me too, and in days began putting these things up,
Yeah.
maybe it was planned, or maybe that's just human ingenuity, man. That's just, they wanted to be a part of this mystery.
Speaking of magical places in Utah, there used to be this like fantasy, like D&D inspired little town.
Okay.
It doesn't exist anymore. At least the original owners don't own it anymore. I wish they'd bring that back because
Yeah.
it died. It died around 2020 because of COVID.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Evermore.
Yes, Evermore.
Jess and I wanted to go real bad.
So bad. I wanted
All
to
good
change.
things.
Somebody bought it. They're supposedly rebuilding it. They're going to reopen it someday.
Yeah, they've been saying that for years.
I know.
All good things died in
Sorry.
COVID. Golden Corral died in COVID, so all good things died in COVID.
Yep, she loved her.
My dog like
Also
died in
dog.
COVID.
Oh.
All
Alright.
good things die in COVID.
I
Yep.
can't share my discovery from this list now because you
What?
made it about a
Okay,
dead dog.
stop.
Sorry. Cut that out.
No, it's fine. It was freaking I don't know how to say this
Okay.
without sounding like a dumb American, but it's a German word and I'm gonna
Okay.
try. My parents have been here. This is like a big place in Germany.
Okay.
Neuschwanstein Castle?
Okay.
The one that was the Beauty and the Beast castle?
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Oh, Neuschwanstein.
Yeah, that one.
Say it louder.
Neuschwanstein.
The
Right,
castle
pretty
that
sure.
Beauty and the Beast, not Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty? Okay.
Yep, I
Okay.
mixed up beauties. Sorry.
That's all right. You got
They
Beauty
had a
mixed up with
monolith.
Beauty.
And
They
that's
had a
also
monolith.
like a big park area that would have people watching and have security and like it's a big tourist attraction.
Right, and I think
It's weird going through and seeing all the like well guarded, well looked after places that have it. Because randomly in the middle of nowhere and randomly in the middle
Well,
of
for
you know,
hundreds of these things to show up, and some in days. I mean, I think that's why people loved it. I think that people didn't necessarily believe that aliens built it. But, the mystery itself is a lot of fun. Humans are storytelling creatures. Give us a shiny object in the desert and we'll create 100 explanations. Give us silence and we'll create mythology. And that's kind of something that I want to sort of talk about is the mythology of this. And we talked about this in Skinwalker Ranch, that it's like a modern legend. It's modern mythos. And I think that this is the same kind of thing. It not only, because I'm going to make an argument. What if it is something magical? Yes, some of them were human made and some of them people admitted, but hundreds of them. They went into places they shouldn't have been able to get them. They appeared in short amounts of time. Like you said, it would take multiple people days to build this thing, and yet they didn't. So is it a conspiracy? Did hundreds of people around the world come together to build these and they were ready to go? Or is it maybe aliens? Magic? I don't know. Are they going to control our minds and help the Illuminati take over?
What am I thinking of? Stonehenge? Stonehenge. Like, is this related? A modern day Stonehenge?
And if you think about it, Stonehenge was a Celtic religious site.
Yes.
I do wonder if maybe there's some religious group, some hidden sect.
Sorry, you awakened a sleeper cell in my brain.
A sleeper cell?
When I was
Oh,
taking,
crap. It's the Russians.
when I was no,
No, I'm just kidding.
when I was taking archaeology classes, the very short time I was in college before I was screwed over by the people there.
This is why you like dinosaurs.
I've always wanted to be an archaeologist ever since I found out they existed from Indiana Jones. I know that archaeologists are not like Indiana Jones, but that's how I
They
learned
used
about
to
the
be.
career. Anyway, did you know that Stonehenge was actually separate parts and there's different rings and they were built in different time periods, like hundreds of years apart,
Absolutely.
so that there were different groups that were using it for different purposes?
I studied anthropology too. Yes, absolutely.
Sorry.
No, I'm just
It was
saying. I did
something I
too.
really enjoyed studying.
I
in
remember
grammar
that.
school.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm not criticizing or
So
trying
it
to
could
put you
have
down.
been a like the same group evolving and adding to it, or it could have been 3 different groups. It could have been all kinds of things. The monoliths could be related. It could be the same group thousands of years later.
Yep.
Who knows?
I'm just gonna say, I don't mind if you sing a song, my love, but maybe not out loud during the podcast. In your brain, I love your song. I'm sorry.
Not mine.
Well, a song. No, and that's the thing. We don't know what it is. Is it some religious sect? Is it some, magic? Is it just, you know, artists? And that's the wonderful thing. People don't realize how important magic is and how important art is to our world. But if this was teams or armies of artists who did this, look at what they were able to do. They were able to create modern myth and legend. How many modern myths and legends can you name?
Not many.
Right.
Can I interrupt for a really stupid thing?
Uh-huh.
I am continuing to scroll the monolith list, and on December 17th of 2020 in Palmdale, California, a painting of the monolitha was found.
Oh, no. Oh,
Dumb!
I quit. It's okay. Good night, everybody.
No, stop that. You was always trying to end the damn episode.
That should not be on this list.
No, what's funny is, it should be, because it's art.
That's true.
It's art and it's parody and
Pure
it's
art.
It's really funny.
yeah.
Pure
But it's
art.
cool. It's actually a picture of the Mona Lisa, except for instead of her face, it's the monolith.
Yeah.
And I
A
mean,
monolith.
it's the non-life. No, I'm not.
Wait, Ithaca.
It's the mon. It's
There's
the
one in
non-
Ithaca.
Aw, that's New York, not Greece. That's so stupid. He didn't go to there. Odysseus is not from New York.
Okay.
He's from Greece.
The monolith
'Cause
is.
Ithaca.
Our greeting.
No. Ithaca's not from New York, but the monolith is.
Yeah.
That
That
one,
one.
anyways.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. So in the end, the Utah monolith was removed, probably by locals, to protect the desert. It was later given to the Bureau of Land Management, which still holds it pending their investigation.
What?
That's right.
I can go visit it?
No,
Dang.
no, they're holding it. It's under investigation.
So
Can
if I
visit it
get
secretly.
If you get a job,
okay, no, great plan.
Okay.
We're gonna get some psychic paper.
Okay.
We're gonna build a TARDIS.
Okay.
We're gonna take the TARDIS and go into their headquarters. Shut up.
Yes.
And we're gonna both have psychic
it's radio. Don't just say shut up. Tell me why.
paper.
Stop giving you dirty looks.
It's okay,
Shut up,
Pagina.
dirty look,
This is
man.
Pagina's plan.
This is our
also,
plan.
Bleep is involved.
Boys
I
not
mean-
allowed.
Bleep, Pixie's involved. They're just not here for this plan right now. Anyway,
Okay.
so
Okay.
You and Pixie and I are going to build a TARDIS. We're going to take our psychic paper. We're going to walk in. We're going to be like, hey, we work at
Jason,
this
this is all
place.
staying in, yes.
And
I'm sure.
shut up. And then
Shush.
we're going to investigate it ourselves.
Yes.
And clearly we have the scientific knowledge to figure out what it actually is, even though it's been held for 6 years in this facility.
I'm gonna hug a pillar.
Yes. Hatch is going to get magical
And then
alien
you'll open the back
powers.
door and I get to
Yes.
lick it.
You're no boys allowed.
No boys allowed. Wow.
So, just
I
letting
was
you
told
guys...
to stop hitting the table. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, like...
I talk
Like-
with my hands. If you hear slapping sounds, I talk with my hands, and I was excited.
Wow. That's
I
what you
was
said to
in
your
the
fiance.
moment. Shut up. I was in the moment, okay?
Oh,
I'm
no.
going back to my list of monoliths now because they're bullying me.
I am not bullying you.
I'm watching your list of models.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay.
yes. So later it was given to the land management folks. But other monoliths have been also removed. Some have been repurposed or just left in place, depending on the ownership and local regulations. Some have become part of public art collections and are still visible in parks and landscapes. In short, the other monoliths after Utah were mostly deliberate imitations, local art, or unverified sightings. But again, it shows that artistic spirit and the magic that can be added by just creating something that no one was expecting.
One of them has a picture frame
One of the
built
monoliths?
built in front of it.
Nice.
I
Nice.
believe that's probably one of the ones that became an art fixture in whatever town
Right.
it is.
Well, that's the thing they're saying. Like, and
Germany.
some of them, they just left
Open.
them up, but then they made them into art fixtures, which is really cool. And I find it funny that, most of the ones that stayed up, they're unverified. No one knows who put them up. How neat is it that probably humans did this? And probably humans left it. They didn't take credit. Some did, but by and large, people just wanted this mystery to be.
Were you at Woodstock since you're old?
No.
There's a
That
monolith
was
there
before
now.
that was before I was born.
My father was.
I think
Mine too.
the idea of Woodstock is a cool idea,
Well,
but I think it wasn't as cool as some people make it sound.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I have
yeah.
issues. I have issues with the whole hippie thing, and don't get me wrong, my mother was a hippie. I free love the whole concept, but I have issues with the whole hippie thing. I do. A lot of predators hid within the free love.
No, absolutely. I agree with that. In
And
fact,
so-
what was the second Woodstock called? Woodstock 90? Or Woodstock 88 or something?
there were I think there were like 2 or 3, and
It
then
was
the
bad.
last one was the one that happened in the 90s with Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit, and that
There
didn't
was
happen.
only one Woodstock.
No, they tried to keep it going.
There was one for a long time. And then somebody went, hey, we could make money off this. And they started doing more Woodstock concerts. And it's a great idea, but
A lot of bad things happened.
lot of bad
We're
things
going to leave it there.
and I think a
Well-
lot of bad things always happen.
The
Yeah.
Woodstock monolith stands out because it looks a lot like that dead guy's art. It's a big, wider, painted black
John
one.
McCready?
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't
That
remember his
dead
name.
guy.
That dead guy.
I'm bad
Threw
at
me
names.
to him.
That dead guy in his boxes.
So the Utah Monolith wasn't proof of alien visitors. It wasn't a government experiment. It wasn't a portal to another dimension, we don't think. At least not based on any of the evidence that we have. But what it was a reminder. It's a reminder that wonder still exists in our world. That we can build wonder by ourselves, just by using human ingenuity. It's a reminder that art is important, and even in the age of satellites and smartphones and constant surveillance, something can still appear in the middle of nowhere and leave the world asking, what was that?
I've got it. It's a thing from the Mandela effect from the super collider. We have open portals, and these are the structures that have stuck through.
Thanks for joining the podcast. You could have said all this crap earlier when we were talking about the theories.
I'm sorry, we haven't recorded in a minute, and I'm getting right back into it.
I
I'm
have
messing with you.
a better theory. Just
Okay,
kidding.
Okay, go
It's,
for it. Go
it's
for
not
No, no.
real. It's a joke theory.
No, I want it. I want it.
Okay,
Joke
cool.
theory.
So if you take,
mine wasn't.
She
The
thought you were
moon,
serious.
and you take
I
the
did
sun.
think you were serious. It's okay.
You didn't think I was serious? Good.
Okay, so here's what you do. You dig up the monolith, right? And
Guess apparently it's buried.
you dig up the bottom half that's buried
Okay.
in my imagination, and you build a big square out of it, and then you hook it up to little cord things, and then you power it up, and it goes, and you have your very own Stargate.
I don't hate that.
Patch, any theories yourself?
It was created. It was created by the gay gods.
The gay gods?
Happy Pride Month, everybody!
Happy Pride Month.
Yes, Queen.
Also, there was one in Saskatoon, and I didn't realize that was a real town. I thought that was a made-up name for making fun of Canada.
It's not really a country anyway.
Canada isn't a... What are you talking about?
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
For all their puny little lives.
Actually, we have a lot of listeners in Canada.
We have quite a few.
Love you, Canada.
All right, I'll cut it out.
I like
Sure, you
Canada.
will. Yeah, he'll cut that out.
I like Canada.
We'll see.
One of
I
my
want to
favorite
live
shows.
in Canada.
I was just making a reference to South Park.
I've never watched South Park.
Oh my gosh.
The first
Oh,
And it
shows
shows.
I remember watching was a Canadian show called Red Green, and I really liked
You
that
mentioned
show.
that before.
Yeah, actually, I remember that.
It's really funny. He uses duct tape for everything.
Have you ever watched Letterkenny?
Who is that?
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
not.
No.
Okay. So for a few days in 2020, millions of people looked at a picture of a shiny metal object in a canyon, and they felt curiosity. And honestly, that's not a bad legacy. Next time on the Arkins Hearth, we're going to leave the skies. We're going to stop being on the desert trail. We are not interested in mysterious metallic objects anymore.
I just wanted to let everyone know that we have a special guest interview with Southern California rapper Tacit on our next week's episode. So join us here at the Arkins Hearth, where we will learn more about this amazing artist.
So that'll be our next time, everybody. Till then, maybe don't post the GPS coordinates.
So I would like to give a shout out to Goose, who, if you go to our Patreon,
If you will join our $3 Patreon, we're working on getting free, or not free, but you pay, and you get ad-free access to our episodes, and also
consider going to our Patreon and donating $3. He will do a doodle.
And by this point, we should be pretty close to starting to launch Patreon episodes. We're going to be doing the heavy hitters, the super crimes, which will be, your John Wayne Gacy and all of the major serial killers. Though we might actually do Ted on this show because he did kill people in Utah.
That's true.
We might eventually do that down the line. But yeah, so check out our bonus episodes, and pretty soon, if we haven't already, we will soon have our $5 Patreon, which is going to have those bonus episodes. If you will definitely take a look at our Patreon, if you will go ahead, the $3 level, like I said, we're working on getting ad-free episodes, and we are working on the Goose will make a drawing, a quick sketch for every single new Patreon
listener.
member.
Yeah.
And you will have access to those on Patreon as well as the episodes. And then at the $5 level, we're going to have the bonus episodes coming out if they haven't started already. So please check it out.
On that topic, he would like people to comment drawing ideas. Otherwise, he's
Yeah.
just gonna draw whatever he wants.
Yeah, he'll just sketch something if you don't give him an idea. So, and we'd also like to thank RSS, which is the platform. It is the online platform that we use to launch and release all of our podcasts and all of our material. We really appreciate RSS. They do a wonderful job. If you're ever interested in starting a podcast, check out RSS. They are awesome. They've been great with us so far.
Why does Jason always get to say it?
Because Jason can get through the whole thing.
Fine, whatever.
And remember RSS. So, CSI.
ABC.
Hey, everybody. What can I say, bud?
Okay.
Okay, love you, bye.
Yay!
Good night, everybody.